fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I am joined now with Mr. Okolie himself. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good, just chilling.
Well, we're here at the media workout day here in Sheffield for Anthony Joshua, somebody that is a good friend of yours. Also, you've been sparring with Anthony. Tell me a bit about what you've been able to see of him being in camp, preparing for his unification fight against Parker.
The main thing I think he's really focused. Usually, he's very, very fit and active even in the later rounds. So I think that tells me that he's in great shape, and it's still a good while to go before the fight. Well, next week it is.
So in videos, I haven't seen AJ just yet. We haven't seen him come out yet. But in videos, he looks a lot thinner, a lot leaner. Is he?
Yeah, definitely. You'll see him today. He's a lot leaner, but he's still obviously a big guy. But he's not carrying as much excess on him. So I think that makes him a lot more athletic, and it's showing in sparring and stuff.
From what you've been able to see, has that helped his stamina in terms of?
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, 100%. That's the main thing that I've seen, is that he's a lot more sharp and a lot more active. So obviously he's always going to be a strong guy, whatever. But now he's not relying on that. He's actually trying to box, throw different types of shots. So it's good to see.
How would you rate AJ's power?
Up there, definitely. Like, obviously he's one of the hardest punchers that I've been in there with. So yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, I would say from what I felt, 10.
Wow, 10.
Yeah, because he's on what I've felt, it's a 10. Yeah.
Do you think that Joseph Parker stands a chance in taking AJ the distance?
Boxing, anything can happen. AJ can hurt his hand in the first round, God forbid, but anything's possible in boxing. But I think he would have stood more of a chance of that against the AJ that boxed Takam. So, a little bit heavier, not really wanting to move his feet as much. But now where AJ is going to be able to cut him down, basically box with him, I think it's going to be difficult for him to be able to keep up with that. Okay,
so give me your prediction. What do you think is going to happen Saturday night?
I think that Parker's going to come out, try to use a lot of movement, angles. He's going to be shocked by how hard AJ is to hit. And eventually he's the one that's going to start tiring and then get taken out.
All right, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Right. What's going on with you right now? Tell me a bit about how things have been for you.
I'm just waiting on Eddie Hearn to give me the date. Eddie, I know you're watching this. No, I'm joking. I was speaking to him earlier. I think we've got an opponent. We're just clarifying exactly which card it's going to go on, and then we're going to just go from there. But as I said, I've been ticking over, coming down to help AJ, so I'm in shape to go any time, really. So, yeah, that's it.
I wanted to ask you about a bit of controversial news that's been going on with Canelo. Can I get your take on, the contaminated meat situation?
Personally, I feel like no matter what it is that causes it, if you have something in your body that you shouldn't, you should be punished accordingly. There's been a lot of people who've taken stuff like that they didn't know had something in it, and they've been, punished for it. But I feel like it's been swept under the carpet, and where such a high-profile athlete and high-profile fight, it sort of shines a bad light in the sense that, okay, because it's Canelo, everything's it's just allowed to go under the carpet. So it's not really, I don't think it's good in that sense. Whether or not he's innocent or not of doing it on purpose, it's the fact that I don't really know enough about it to give you a full thing. But from what I've heard, there's something in his body that shouldn't be. He should be punished for that.
Now, there's rumors now that if the fight doesn't happen, that Gennady Golovkin has already said that he wants to go on to face a UK star. And then obviously, Billy Joe Saunders suffered an injury. He's out until June 23rd with Murray. Would you like to see that fight happen?
Who? Triple G and
Billy Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Because until he boxed Lemieux, I wasn't really sure about him. I knew he had the skills. I knew about him from the GB setup. They always used to speak about how good he is. But I'd like to see how he does against one of the top pound-for-pound sort of names, because it shows you kind of like what the reality versus the hype. So I know Triple G is a fantastic fighter and everyone knows him. So I'd like to see how someone on that platform does against someone like Billy Joe Saunders on just a boxing match as opposed to all the hype. Yeah.
And Spike O'Sullivan has said that he is set to face Canelo in September, regardless whether he wins or loses against Golovkin. What do you make of that fight?
Well done to him for securing such a big fight. He's like I said, in boxing, everyone's got a chance, especially someone like Spike who's got a good punch on him. So, good luck.
And lastly, Deontay Wilder is going to be coming down. He's going to be here for Joshua Parker. That's a fight that everybody wants to see right now in America, in England, I think across, just throughout the world. How does that fight go down in your eyes?
I just think it could be an exciting fight, but I don't really see it as being an exciting fight because the thing that everyone knows is that Wilder's got great reach and great power, but then once someone's got the attributes to take it away from him, it's going to be difficult for him to stay in there, especially with someone like AJ. But that's me from a biased point of view. We'll see. I'd like to see what he looks like in person, like how big he is, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Tony Bellew said that he was open to fighting him until he walked up next to him and Deontay put his arms around him, and he said it was that reach and that height that said, yeah, I don't want no part of that.
I know, but AJ's a lot bigger than Bellew, so I don't think that the reach.
I think they're about the same size, to be honest. Both AJ and Deontay in terms of height and.
Kill him, then. Yeah, AJ will kill him quickly. But yeah, it depends. Like I said, it's more about the reach for me.
Yeah.
Because the reach is what causes the problem. It's not really the height. It's just how long his arms are. If his arms aren't that long, then yes, it's easy work.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's nice to see you, and I look forward to seeing whoever your opponent is going to be next. We'll be there ringside at your fight. We'll speak to you guys soon. Bye, fight fans. Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.